At an Oval Office event.
From the KERN Newsroom, your live and local news update.
Well, you may want to go another way to work for a while. I'm Chris Davis. That's if you live in Delano, and if you normally take Garchas Highway to work, and if you want to avoid lane closures and slowdowns. The Garchas Highway Rehab Project starts today, and the first leg of that is from Fremont Street to just west of Browning Road. The slowdowns are because the crews will be installing new sidewalk curb ramps for ADA compliance. They'll also be working on new bike lanes, new bus shelters, and even a new red light. That's just the first part of the project. An 18-year-old and a 16-year-old will be dealing with the legal consequences this week of their arrest in a holdup that happened Thursday, say Bakersfield police. That holdup was at White Lane and Ash Road. They say the 16-year-old arranged to buy a gold chain online, and when the victim held it out, the guy grabbed it and ran, eventually being chased by police and eventually getting into a hit and run. And police discovered the two had a phony gun, which they say they showed the victim. Your help is needed in helping Bakersfield PD find Michelle Pine. She was last seen Friday about 1 p.m. in the Boyd Lake Drive area in northwest Bakersfield, say police. They also say she has issues that could affect her judgment. She's described as in her 50s, 5'9", about 220.
What's up, YouTube? This is my lunch. Yo Play Harvest Peach. Fabulous. I mean, actually, it's not that bad, but
I'm Chris Davis in the KERN Newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 12.
Here we go.
Thank you very much.
I had 3 more seconds and I had the whole thing. I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show. From Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. You can download the Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us all summer long wherever you go. Plus, check us out on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio, and streaming live on YouTube. If you head over there right now, just search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you can watch us. From the Kern Radio studios, they are powered by Adaptive Networks. For your IT needs, call them 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. And welcome to the JR Show. Did we all survive the 4th of July weekend show? Did your neighborhood catch fire in Bakersfield or Kern County show? Did you wake up and count all of your digits on your hands?
I got all 10.
You got all 10 there, Chris? Just making sure.
We're alive.
You're alive. You made it. And if your dog is missing, just go check the shelters. They're going to give them back to you for free, they said, which made me question, why do they charge you to get your dog back anyways?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. You lose your dog, right? And I get it, on the 4th of July, it's extra busy. So they're saying, hey, if you lost your dog, come check the shelter. We won't charge you like we normally do. And I thought, well, that's nice. And then I thought, well, what do you mean normally do? If you lose your dog, they hold them hostage till you pay them? Is that how it normally works? I didn't realize that. I didn't realize if your dog happens to escape or get out or something, and it is picked up by either the city or the county, they will hold your dog hostage until you pay them money to release him. Sounds like a great business plan. But if you are missing a dog, you can go and check the shelters, and hopefully your pet can be returned home for you, because I know a lot got out this weekend. It was a crazy, wild weekend. I don't know where you stayed at, Chris, or anybody else that was listening. Did you stay here?
I stayed at home for
Did you?
4th.
For the actual 4th on Saturday?
I was on the east side for the weekend, though.
Dude, so we had Friday off. We had July 3rd off. And I went by, what did I do Friday? It felt so lazy. I had my daughter till around 11-ish, and it felt so lazy for the rest of the day. I didn't know what to do. I laid around. And then I realized I had a birthday party to go to. Shout out to D-Boy. His birthday on Friday, invited me to his 50th. Had a great time. Thank you very much for the invitation. But I went by there, and then I forgot that they were doing the fireworks at Riverwalk on Friday night, as opposed to how they normally do them on the 4th of July. And so the tall, gorgeous blonde was out there, and I said, I'll come out there and meet you. It was around 8:30, and I knew the fireworks went off at 9:30, and I was also aware that they were closing down every single road around the park, like literally. And they stated they would do that at 9. I figured, all right, I got some time. It's going to be crazy, but it's going to be fun. Dude, when I got off the freeway, the West Side Parkway right there at Callaway to go to the park, one, you could barely get off the freeway. It was backed up from Stockdale and Callaway all the way back to the West Side Parkway. It was worse than trying to get into Disneyland in the morning into their parking garage. It was terrible. Terrible. People were like, I'm out, flipping around, making illegal U-turns. Like, we're getting out of here. I saw some people pull up. You know how the canal runs along it? They pulled up to one of the access gates. The gate was locked, but they pulled up to it and just backed their truck in and put the tailgates down, and we're going to watch from there. They weren't even near the park. So I get up to finally the intersection at Stockdale and Callaway, right? And they have the lights blinking already at that point. The stoplights are blinking. And I said, okay, I thought you guys were closing the road, but it doesn't appear to be closed. It looks like you just turned these lights off. And then there was nobody directing traffic. Oh, there were police officers on the corner in the area just kind of hanging out with their lights on. Nobody was directing traffic. You had people trying to cross from Stockdale to Callaway to get to just to get to the Riverwalk Shopping Center. You had people trying to make U-turns, people trying to go straight, people trying to turn left. I'm like, why aren't we doing traffic control right here? Why aren't we? If you're just sitting there, can we at least do some traffic? These people don't know how to drive normally. They don't know how to work a four-way stop sign, let alone blinking lights.
And how?
You know what I mean? They don't normally know how to operate vehicles. And you're throwing this mess into them? Yeah, somebody's going to get hurt. Thankfully, I didn't hear of anybody getting hurt. But I parked in there's a lot of medical offices across Stockdale. On Callaway, across Callaway from the park, the same side of Stockdale as the park. I parked in those medical offices, and I saw along like those when you first pull in, and then there's a row of parking lots on the side of the building, but most of them had names on them, like they were reserved for people that worked in that building, right? And I thought, there's no way on a Saturday night they're going to enforce these names, right? And then I saw one I knew. It's always fun when you see a name that you know. And it said B. Goldner. I did that same thing, Chris. I started laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm parking in this spot. And I almost took a picture and sent it to Teresa. Like,
because you know they're not in the state.
They're in New York. They're not even here. And I was like, I'll just take a picture. and I'll send it to her and be like, "Hey, I'm good, right?" But I didn't end up taking the picture, but I did take her parking spot. I did the same thing at BCHS one time with the Pavlitich family. I was like, "Hey, I know them. They're not going to be here tonight. I'll just pull into that parking spot." So it was fun. So I got that. And then instead of trying to cross the street, I did the smart thing and went under the bridge, right? Because it's the bike trail. So I went under the bridge. I wasn't going to try to cross that mess. I come out on the other side of the bridge, and all along the trail, starting from that overpass on Callaway, throughout the whole, I have never in my life seen Riverwalk Park so packed with people. There were people, like I said, when I came out from under the overpass there, or the going under Callaway, there were people already there. It looked like Woodstock. It felt like I had just walked and arrived onto Woodstock. There was just people sitting everywhere. What is going on out here? So I met up with the lady, and we went and made our way, found some friends, and it was great. It was a great time. It was a great time. The fireworks show was nice. The only other thing I'll complain about, because I know I'm complaining a lot, but it was a great time, were the trees. There's a lot of trees, which I love at Riverwalk, that provide shade, but they were terrible for a viewing experience, because you had people lined up all along the lake and all along the waters there, and the stage. They didn't even use the stage, the amphitheater stage. They built another stage in the park. But even if you were standing at that stage from where they shot the fireworks off, you couldn't, like, we found friends and we were like, turned around, and I was like, oh, this is going to be terrible. These trees are all in the way. And sure enough, the fireworks started promptly at 9:30, and the first one went off. These trees are killing it. And so we beeline for a better view. But it was a long show. It went on for a while, and it was really good. The other criticism I'll take is the last one, I promise. And then I'll tell you again how great of a show it was, even though I've complained about 5 other things about it. Fireworks were great. The only thing, they should have added music. Like, there was no music. They could have put speakers throughout the park and just pumped in anything. Any patriotic music would have suited well. There was nothing, just fireworks bursting. People chatting. People almost getting ran over by e-bikes. A group of kids, right as the fireworks are going off, people are just lined up, along the bike trail. These kids on e-bikes. Like, really?
Yeah, see, I was going to
Really,
say that
guys?
too. I was having trouble with cyclists getting here this morning from the east side to right here at American General Media.
Yeah.
Y'all need, and I'm saying y'all as in people on bikes, y'all need to learn what the bike lane is.
And proper, dude, I almost hit somebody right here.
Oh,
Coming in just this morning.
Yeah.
I was on California going east, and I was going to turn onto Easton right here between the Starbucks and the Mobile. And there's a truck sitting there waiting to turn right onto California, and I'm going to turn up onto Easton. He's on Easton, about to go out in California. I'm going to cross over, right? He starts to turn, and I'm like, all right, cool. I cut across, and I'm going to turn onto Easton. How come there's a bike cutting from behind the truck that's turning where I couldn't see him, going against traffic, and then looking at me like,
yeah, like you're the problem.
like, dude, you almost hit me. I'm like, yeah, well, you're going, one, the wrong way. You're supposed to ride the same direction as traffic. 2, you were cutting in between cars to cross the street.
These are the people I have no sympathy for when you get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Because you deserve to be hit by a car, if I'm being honest. And the other thing I want to highlight too, since we're
That's
talking
Chris
about something-
Burdick, by the way.
Again,
I'm
you
just
email me whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not going to read it.
I'm just going to eat my yo plate.
All I got to say, though, is it's so bad that they had to make a whole dang green lane for you guys. And I know most of you are looking at it like, oh, look at that. They're including us. No, they're making sure your dumb word I can't say on the radio doesn't get hit because you guys are so dumb you can't figure out what the bike lane is. So they have to make it big and green for you so you know where to go.
And you still don't use it.
And you still don't use it right.
You still don't use it right. I don't see anybody in those things. Go ahead, tell them, Chris. Tell them.
And yes, you people who ride e-bikes and motorbikes, you count too. Motorcycles, no, you're fine.
Tell them. Thank you. I was enjoying my yo play right there.
No, you're fine. Frustrated me this morning. I thought about you too. 3 different cyclists, 3 downtown, all looked at me like I was the crazy person. And you guys are in the middle of the lane going 2 miles an hour when you're holding up people behind me trying to get to their jobs.
Just saying.
Like, get over yourself.
Just saying. You can always ride on the sidewalk there if
No kidding. Got a sidewalk and a bike lane.
Just saying. That was Chris, y'all. I don't know if I'm starting to wear off on the kid. He's understanding now. Do you know what it is, Chris? You just had a birthday. You're getting older, and you start to get that
33, but that does not mean I start to get old curmudgeon. Okay?
You start to get that get off my lawn kid mentality. I'm just saying.
Oh, these were older adults. That's what frustrates me. These weren't kids.
You're right, dude. Same kid right here, same guy.
These people were older than me.
He was probably in his 40s. I'm like, why the hell are you still on a bike?
I don't know why I'm complaining on the radio. They clearly don't drive a car. No, you're on a bicycle.
Clearly, this is the PSA for you drivers out there. Watch out for the dumb bicycle riders. There's plenty of them out there. Let's go ahead and take a break. I'm starving, dude. I haven't got to eat yet. I'm supposed to go to Houchin after the show at 3:15, and they're like, never come on an empty stomach. I haven't eaten all day. I have a Yoplait in front of me. If anybody would like to drop off a sandwich or anything,
I'll take one too.
I'm saying, this is my birthday this week. If you want to drop something by. Little, pastrami or something. Just saying. It is the birthday. We're going to do something on Wednesday, but the kid has late rehearsal all week. I just found out. Instead of rehearsal being till 6 all week, because it's what they call tech week. It's the week leading up to performances. She's got her big performances this weekend. And so they rehearse late till 8. And I'm like, what about ice cream? I'm supposed to go. Got to wait till after 8 o'clock now to go get ice cream on Wednesday? Fine. But we'll be at Rosemary's on Wednesday. If you guys want to come celebrate, I'll let you know what time. You're more than welcome. I'm not buying you ice cream. Don't think you got to buy your own ice cream.
Technically, you should be buying him the ice cream.
Technically, y'all should be buying me. I'm just saying. And if you want to go even further, I'll be at Casey's Steakhouse before that if you want to buy me dinner too. I'm just saying. But right now, I could use a pastrami sandwich. Oh, man, I'm starving. Let's take a break on the other side. We'll talk about what else happened over the weekend. Let's figure out what went on. Also, in some California news, we're learning more about the investigation into Gavin Newsom. I'll tell you about that. And it's a Monday, which means it's me and Mike at the movies. Did you guys watch anything over the weekend?
Sparky said Minions was good.
Yeah, the Minions. That came out.
I didn't realize that Trey Parker was the bad guy.
Really?
From South Park.
Oh, interesting. Talk to Movie Mike, see how Minions did, and I believe it's Moana this weekend, the live action. Just light bulb went off in my head, Chris. Why don't we do, since we already killed the movie, the series? You know where I'm going. Why don't we just make Toy Story a live action? We can get Tom Hanks and Tim Allen to really play the roles.
Pixar cannot.
I'm just saying.
No. Disney can do whatever the hell they want, but Pixar, leave it alone.
Light bulb just went off in my head. Speaking of Disney, there's some Disneyland news too I'll tell you about as well. Bad news for you, Chris. Bad news for you. We'll talk some sports with Chris as well. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Tuesday edition of the First
Did they really?
Yeah,
No.
people were there over the weekend taking videos, and it's just the skeletons. I don't know if they removed it completely because people didn't like it, or if they were
Interesting.
fixing it and everything.
Interesting. Yeah, bring that up later when I talk about Disneyland.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries in Kern County. Are you looking for a doctor who truly listens and someone who cares about your health and respects your time with minimal wait times and prompt referral authorizations? Well, it may be time to learn about QualCare. QualCare IPA partners with most Medicare Advantage health plans, giving you access to a large.
What's up? What property? Which one, Steve? There's thousands of fires over the weekend. It seemed like. Which one burned? I didn't see it. I thought Andre was personally working on the. He was working. Remember, he said he was going to hire more arson investigators. That didn't get us the fire stopped. All it got was him an endorsement from the Bakersfield Firefighters Union. Sorry. Ask Chris if he ever made it to Riverwalk during the Pokemon Go craze. Breakfast Friday morning? Ooh, that's a possibility. That's a possibility.
Are you a business owner? Let me ask you a question. How many times have you called your IT company and felt like just another ticket number? Well, at Adaptive Networks, exceptional customer service isn't just a promise, it's how they do business.
Thanks for inviting me, D-Boy. Great time. Food was great. The mariachi band was phenomenal. La Rosa bars, can't go wrong. Family's cool, man. You got good people around you, brother. Good people around you.
Because great customer service means making sure you're not just satisfied, but you're taken care of. From the moment you become a client,
We're doing ice cream on Wednesday, D-Boy, if you want to come by.
Working with a company that puts customer service
Rosemary's.
So are you ready to experience IT support the way it should be? Then call Adaptive Networks at 661-241-0638 or visit adaptive-net.com today. That's Adaptive Networks, where great technology meets even greater customer service.
Did you know termites can silently feast on your home for 3 to 4
Oh,
years
good.
before you see any damage? They can literally eat a bedroom wall in less than 2 years.
That was good.
Damage to your biggest investment. Don't wait for the
Trying to stay hydrated.
Termite is running an early bird special. If you know or even suspect that you have
I'm gonna
termites,
attempt
get on
something
Ryan's schedule now for an
this
additional
summer.
10% off our already lowest price. All work is guaranteed. There's no money down
In a
and
couple
no
weeks.
contracts.
July is going to
Plus,
be
most
very
places
busy.
won't even have to move for
Very
10 months.
busy.
Protect your home and save. Call Ryan's today. That's Ryan'sTermiteControl.com.
It's that man,
Ah.
Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 at AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
At least 2 pair in a good mood. Sucking on a lollipop. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online. KernRadio.com. A lot of fires over the weekend I saw too, resulting from the 4th of July. There's one on Union. I think there was one up on the east side. There was one in Taft. I think Vallarta caught on fire. Yeah, dude, it was bad, bro. I went to my cousin's house on Saturday. They invited us over, and he just had his pool redone. Phenomenal pool. Great time. Had a fun time hanging out over there. But, I mean, it was like a war zone. He's way out there off of Rosedale and Allen a little bit. What is that? Northwest of that. And it just sounded like a war zone. And then I come home, and I'm like, wow, what the heck? Everything burned. So many fires all over town. I thought Andre was working on that. Didn't he say he was hiring like arson investigators to help like put out fires or something? Even though arson investigators investigate the fires after they've already burned, he said he was going to hire more to help the fire situation in the city. Didn't really get us anything. It got him an endorsement from the local firefighters union, but it didn't take care of the fire problem around town. But a bunch of things burned. And another sad story. Did you hear this? Sad story. Again, it goes to the animals that are affected by the 4th of July. The Fresno County Sheriff's Office lost one of its beloved canines on Saturday night. It said in a news release on the evening of July 4th, around 8:30 p.m., Canine Santee was let out of his off-duty handler's home to relieve himself in the yard. He was being kept inside due to the noise of the fireworks nearby. Suddenly, the sheriff's office said 5-year-old Santee was startled by the sound of illegal aerial fireworks, and the Belgian Milanese leapt over the backyard fence and ran off. Dog jumped over the fence. His handler chased him, shouting commands to stop and come back, but the constant sound of fireworks caused Santee to continue running faster. than the deputy could. The handler eventually found his K9 partner badly injured in the roadway near Shaw and Helm in Clovis. Investigators said Santee was hit by a vehicle and the driver did not stop. But instead, they left the scene and left the dog suffering. He was taken to an emergency pet hospital in Central Fresno, where he died. The department is investigating the case and have interviewed several witnesses. Anybody with information is urged to reach out to the Clovis Police Department with any information. Just sad. And that was the bad thing. I saw a couple of posts too where people were talking about, oh, we're missing our dog. This dog got out, or I found this dog in this intersection. And can you guys help out and find this dog's home? And that's the hard part. Luckily for me, Tinkerbell is cool. She's kind of chill. She just hung out. Like I said, we were at my cousin's house. So what I did is I put on the ad-free 24-hour dog channel that plays music and dogs and stuff for them to kind of be entertained by. And then in the hall bathroom, I have a Alexa app, or what is it, Alexa Dot or something like that. And I just told it, hey, Alexa, play some classical music, and turn that up real loud in the hallway, and she was fine. But if you guys are missing a dog, apparently the shelters in town won't charge you to come get them. They're not going to hold your dog hostage. They're not going to hold them ransom. I don't know. Why are they holding dogs for ransom in the first place? That's so jacked up. That's somebody's family member. If you lost a child, they're not going to be like, hey, you got to pay $200 to get your kid back. Playing on people's emotional heartstrings there. Got to go to a break. On the other side, I'll tell you about another hit and run. A familiar name you might know all too well. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
Agnew in Washington, Venezuelans are digging through earthquake rubble with their bare hands to recover loved ones as international rescue teams depart. Government's response, which has been lackluster.
What up, Joe?
Nearly 2 weeks after the twin earthquakes devastated northern Venezuela, families in the hardest hit state of Florida said that they remain without heavy machinery or official assistance to search for their relatives' remains. Russia has launched a massive missile and drone attack on Ukraine, killing at least 22 people. The assault highlights gaps in Ukraine's air defenses, especially the need for more in the way of those U.S.-made Patriot interceptor missiles.
What's up, yo?
People were killed in Kiev, Russia's main target. 6 others killed in the wider region surrounding the capital. At the close on Wall Street, the Dow was up 155 points. More on these stories at SRNews.com.
All right. I never eat there unless the kid wants.
Are you carrying more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Headlines from the KERN newsroom.
I'm Chris Davis. New sidewalk ramps, new bus shelters, new bike lanes, and even a new red light will be going in on Garcias Highway in Delano as the Garcias Highway Rehab Project begins there today with the first part from Fremont Street to just west of Browning Road. The
So I'm talking about. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app and check us out on social media, plus streaming on YouTube, where you can watch us from the Kern Radio studios. Those are powered by Adaptive Networks. 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. The studio is powered by Adaptive Networks. The owner just walked over right now and is going to power me. Thanks, Jen. Owners Ryan and Jen. Jen walked over and said, boy, I invited you to lunch. I was like, I know, but I had the meeting. And then I got out of that late and I just got caught up trying to do things and figure stuff out for the station and then for the show. And Chris is off next week. And I got all this. And she's like, here, take a beef jerky and take some, apples and mango mini fruit bar. And got you some pistachios and got you a chocolate peanut butter chunk protein bar. So you don't pass out when you're at Houchin later, saving lives, giving platelets. Thanks, Jen. Can you check the internet too? That's I'm just playing. So thanks, Jen, over there at Adaptive Networks. Not just for what bringing me stuff, but what they do for our station as well. They help protect us from all kinds of sorts of things. What's that?
I was about to say, if Movie Mike is listening, he could be bringing some.
I'm just saying, Mike. Popcorn.
Popcorn would be nice.
Popcorn. Do some popcorns, nachos.
You're at the Maya. Let me get one of those pizzas, yo.
They got pizza at the Maya?
Oh, heck yeah, they're good.
Just saying.
You've had pizza at the Maya?
Just saying. We need to make a logo for the segment.
I'll make one.
Well, that's what we need to do.
I'll have one made by the time I get back.
Me and Mike at the movies.
I know myself. I'm gonna be working on stuff all week.
Yeah, Chris is going on vacation next week. Where are you going?
Sparky, I'm calling in still. I'm still being a part of the show. You ain't losing me.
Where you going to?
Carpinteria.
You guys go to Carpinteria for the week, right?
For those who don't know, it's a little beach in between Santa Barbara and oh god, I always get this wrong. Ventura.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys go the whole family or what?
Yeah, our whole family goes. Well, they're going for 2 weeks. Yeah, we all get condos or, find an Airbnb around the area and just split up in each other's houses.
Around the same area and then just go hang out for the week. And that's cool, dude. I like that.
We've done that since I was born, actually. They've been doing that since well before I was born.
I love those family traditions, those summer family traditions. You guys got that one. You know me, I got mine. We go down to San Clemente. We'll be there in 2 weeks.
We used to do Christmas in Tahoe as well.
Oh, nice.
That one kind of fizzled out since everybody's schedules get crazy during holidays.
Yeah, once everybody gets older and you got in-laws involved and we got to go to the in-laws' house and now there's kids involved and you got to get the kids. Yeah.
Take time off of work another week to go to
Tahoe.
There's a lot.
But yeah, once the family starts to grow that big, it becomes more of a hard to do to keep that kind of, especially around the holidays. For this, it's like a summer, two weeks in the middle of summer, and it's if you can drop in like you are for a week, or if you can drop in for the days, that's what we do. We're out in San Clemente for the whole week. We celebrated 40 years 2 years ago of doing it. And so it's the same thing where it's like, hey, we're here for 7-8 days. If you can only make it for a part of that time, show up. If you can make it for the weekend, show up. If you can make it on this day only, show up. And you're more than welcome. And everybody just has a good time. I love those family traditions, dude. They're cool. What?
It's the same.
Yeah.
I'm all about
I got invited to another one up at Shaver Lake. A bunch of people go out there. I've never been. Have you ever been to Shaver?
I couldn't tell you. Everybody always asks me if I've been to the specific lakes around here. I've gone to the lakes. I don't know the names of them. I've just gone.
No idea.
I have no clue. They just say, hey, we're going to the lake. Cool, let's go.
I
just jump in the car.
I think I've been to Tahoe once.
Lake Tahoe is the only one I know by name, but that one is the best one.
Yeah, I was a child, though, and I very, very vaguely remember, but
go during the winter and go skiing and snowboarding. So much fun.
Yeah, I want to get out there, and I will eventually, but that's what I hear. It's very beautiful. I'll make it out there. I got to see more things in the state of California, just because it's a beautiful state, and there's lots and lots of things to do here. I told you about, before I went to break, about another hit and run that happened, not only with the dog up in Clovis, but apparently Mr. Paul Pelosi, yes, husband of Nancy Pelosi, was involved in an accident over the weekend in which he hit a parked car and then he bailed. A witness called 911 and told authorities that a driver hit a parked car, briefly stopped before leaving the scene, according to the sheriff's office. Deputies later found Mr. Pelosi's brown convertible nearby with damage to the front right side, which was consistent with damage found on the parked car. Mr. Pelosi told deputies that he knew he hit something, but he didn't know what it was. So he just kept on driving until the car became disabled. Sounds like he's got a case of the Ed Jagels there. Sorry, if you're not familiar with the former Kern County District Attorney, Ed Jagels was recently pulled over for a DUI. Allegedly. Don't come after me. Allegedly. Well, he was pulled over, but it was allegedly for a DUI in which he was swerving all over the road and ran into the center median a couple times, fell asleep at the stoplight at Stockdale and Callaway, Stockdale and Callaway. Made it almost all the way home until they pulled him over. Well, Mr. Pelosi hit a parked car and said, I didn't know what I did. I knew it was something, but I figured, whatever, get back in my car and drive off. Now, reports are that he did not have alcohol in his system, and he was not arrested at the time. You remember back in 2022 when he did have to plead guilty to a misdemeanor DUI from a crash in the same place in Napa where they live. There he was sentenced to probation, ordered to complete a drinking driver program and pay fines and restitution. Again, he wasn't arrested, but he is going to be charged apparently with a misdemeanor of fleeing the scene of an accident involving property damage. Not only was it referred to the Napa County District Attorney's Office, but the Department of Motor Vehicles said, Mr. Pelosi, you're 86 years old. Maybe it's about time we 86 your license. Because I'll tell you what, I loved my grandparents, but there came a point where they just couldn't drive anymore. I love my mom, but I don't think I'd get in the car. She's listening right now, too. I wouldn't get in the car with her. And I think at 86 years old, Mr. Pelosi, and I know it's only one accident, and who knows, maybe he had a drink or two and the cop just didn't feel like charging him with it. But my dude is 86 years old, driving around in a convertible, crashes into a parked vehicle, leaves, has enough damage on the vehicle that the vehicle only makes it so far down the road. Like, what is going through his mind? I heard there was also a report that in a statement to CBS News and the California Post, a spokesperson for the Pelosi family said, Mr. Paul Pelosi has personally apologized to the owner of the vehicle and assured them that he would take responsibility for the damage to their vehicle. Speaker Pelosi will not be commenting further on this private matter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can take care of the damages to the vehicle. Do you know how much the Pelosi's are worth, by the way? Chris, do you want to take a shot in the dark about how much Paul and Nancy Pelosi are worth? And mind you, when she was in Congress, she was making about $200,000 a year, which is a nice salary, by the way. Makes me want to run for Congress. But just a shot in the dark. How much do you think the Pelosi's are worth?
I always go over with these, but I'm gonna say half a bill, so 500 mil.
You're pretty close.
Yeah.
You're pretty close. It's estimated between $250 and $400 million. Not bad for an elected official. In properties alone, they own $45 million in properties. A lot of their wealth also came from, how would you say, a little shady stock market tips, trading, insider information. Yeah. So next time somebody wants to go ahead and complain about how Donald Trump is getting rich off the presidency, ask them if that's okay that all of them do that. Ask him, is it just Trump that you're mad at? Or are you mad at all of them that do that? Because I'd argue that I'm mad at all of them for doing that. This guy hit a parked car, talked about, well, I knew I hit something.
No duh.
Yeah. When did you realize it, Mr. Pelosi? When your car was unable to go any further down the street? When exactly did you realize you hit something? Because the witness said that you stopped, got out, got back in and left. Oh, somebody just take his, if he wasn't drinking, then just take his license away, please. Just absolutely take the license away. Let's go ahead and take a break. On the other side, I'll tell you about more revelations on the investigation into Newsom or his wife. And speaking of making lots of money, tell you how exactly they did some of that. There's a guy suing OpenAI and ChatGPT that said his mental health got worse. This ChatGPT health was supposed to help him. And all it did was assist him in wanting to commit suicide even more. Tell you about that story. Plus, it's me and Mike at the movies on a Monday. We'll break down what is on in theaters, what you can go see, what is coming out later this week. It's me and Mike at the movies. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. Maxwell in the morning. Good till the last mic drop.
Educational conversation between Jamie Vance and Bill Maher.
This
is
right
the
now.
Opportunity. This is the door that's been open. We got 13 members now of the Democrat Party saying, hey.
What's up, Chris? Or it might be late, D-boy. I'm gonna say after 8, but let me find out for sure, and I'll let everybody know. Hope you all had a safe 4th. Did you see the Fox report? Have to evacuate into a bunker due to weather while they're interviewed World War II veterans. No. No, I missed that, Mary. It's crazy. All right, hopefully this stuff holds me over for housing. And all you guys are invited, by the way, to what is this? What flavor is this? Apples and mangoes. Ooh. Thanks, Jen. Oh, wow. That's like a fruit roll-up. It's amazing. Oh, and it's that good for you. Wow. Ingredients: apples, mangoes.
because with some voices, this guy really makes us sound good. Truer words have never been spoken. I've known Rock for a lot of years, and he is like Mozart with that computer. He makes everyone sound better. So with that being said, one of the ways you get so excited about Salty's Barbecue is because of the great work that Rocky does when he puts together these awesome spots. I'm going to let my good buddy Rocky just say a quick hello and big thank you to him. So Rocky, here you go.
Thank you, gentlemen. I truly appreciate those kind words, and it is an absolute honor to be able to knock these commercials out for you guys. And yes, they are not exaggerating because these guys are a handful, to say the least.
You can find us at 9425 Rosedale Highway or 6801 White Lane, or if you want, you can go to saltysbbq.com and order online. Salty's Barbecue and Catering, California Grill, Texas approved. Oh, it's good.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on Newstalk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up in 3.
My brand matter, trend for band, things that rap was crap and liver. Half this band to a full chain with my cool name. Make you dance and praise. They do the fans and sing. Let me burn my son. Number one for fun. Not a thing that's done. And it's done by nothing. In fact, you just whack. Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kurt Radio.
Ron's house. A little throwback to the 80s and 90s and dedication to our new music station down the hallway, 101.1 The Bounce. Just hit this weekend. You guys should go and check it out. Tonight, the U.S. plays, right? What time do we play tonight, Chris? And who are we playing?
Playing Belgium.
Belgium.
I'm not mistaken, it's 8 o'clock Eastern time.
So 5 o'clock Pacific. Ooh.
They are in Seattle.
Ooh, if I get to Houchin, I can get plugged in by 3:30. Ooh, I might have to start watching the game over there.
It's all right. You can watch by second half.
That's what I did with Mexico yesterday.
We're getting Bolagoon back too, so it's going to be BTA.
Yeah, I heard about that. He got red carded, right?
Yes.
Last, Thursday? What was the game?
Controversially, but yes. Last Thursday.
Yeah, the game was last Thursday, and he got a red card. And I guess, or so what I've been told or explained to me, I don't watch soccer. That if you get a red card, it's an automatic suspension for the next game.
That's a rule across all levels.
All levels, every spot, all soccer. Really?
Get to now.
What is? I guess is it just like a worse penalty than a yellow card? What's the yellow card? Like that's your warning?
The easiest way. If you're a basketball fan,
okay,
a yellow card would be a traditional foul.
Right.
A red card would be a flagrant.
Okay.
So if it's something that's malicious,
like a technical,
they could tell you're just not playing the sport, you're going out to hurt somebody.
Right.
That's most likely going to get a red card, which is why a lot of people thought the one that Flo got on Thursday was kind of dumb because it didn't seem like it was really something he was trying to go out and hurt the guy.
Right.
They were both just fighting for the ball. He just so happened to end up, stepping on the guy's foot and ankle, and that led to it wasn't even a penalty at the time. They had to reassess it and then give him the red card later in the game.
What? You can hand out penalties later?
Yeah.
What if they did that in the NFL?
They're actually kind of working towards
Shut
that.
up. Don't even know.
I'm not lying.
No.
Replay officials start getting the ability to throw flags during plays.
How will you go back and assess a fine, a rule, like a penalty like that?
That's what I've said.
That's insane.
It's a dangerous game to play, but everybody's kind of incorporating it. Because basketball now is also, not just now talking about it, but they've been talking about going to AI referees.
That's insane.
It is.
That's crazy. So we play tonight at 5 then.
I believe.
And who are we playing? Belgium?
Belgium.
Okay. And apparently Trump got involved with the red card thing, or that's what he's claiming, taking credit for now.
That's the thing.
He couldn't close. I couldn't keep the Strait of Hormuz open, but I got that boy's red card taken away.
Well, I don't know if
Trump.
he necessarily got it.
Thanks for working on the hard stuff.
Because the way this actually went down is FIFA, who runs the World Cup, doesn't actually have an appeal process for red cards, especially during the World Cup.
Right.
So at first we were being told, we're not
There's
going
no
back.
possibility.
He's going to have to be suspended. It just happens.
Which is crazy because if you can go, okay, we missed that penalty, but we can go reassess it later.
Right.
How come you can't later then go
back
replay
and reassess the card given? I agree with that too.
It's like the whole not stopping the clock. It still blows my mind.
So from what I understand is Trump caught wind of this, not being a huge soccer fan, much like most of us.
Right.
And figured,
but he is friends with fair. The FIFA guy. He is friends with the FIFA guy.
He is, and that's who he called was his friend in FIFA, and said, "Hey, can we reassess that decision and actually look at this and get our guy fixed because this is ridiculous." And that's essentially what led to the actual appeal. And now our guy, our key striker, will be playing today against Belgium instead of having to get a suspension. However, basically what they did is they just pushed the suspension a whole year. So he's on probation from here until the end of the World Cup. If he does anything that even warrants sniffing a red card, the suspension is thrown back on him.
And then he'll be suspended for next year's World Cup.
In a way,
4 years, Chris.
Again, this guy's not. Yeah, he's not necessarily a dirty player, so I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, he'll be fine. But well, what do you think our chances are tonight? The other two co-host nations are now out.
Yes.
Canada, I heard, lost over the weekend, and Mexico, I caught the end of that one, and they lost yesterday as well. Which again, I go back to the stoppage in time. The end, right? 90 minutes of play, right? And then they go and add 11 minutes on top of that.
I'm just come out and say it. Mexico got screwed. Mexico got screwed so bad yesterday.
I didn't watch the whole game. I didn't watch the whole match.
The refs were so bad. Like there was a point at the end of the game where Mexico's striker, who's again, if you don't watch soccer, that's the guy that's usually scoring all the goals up in the front, is the fastest and best kicker.
Yeah.
He was held down by two English defenders, literally by the arms as they fell when the ball was coming to him, and
nobody called. Yeah, I saw that play.
I was like, "How are we serious right now?" He's in the goalie box too, so it's like you can't sit there and tell me that that's legal.
Yeah, and then they tried to help him out, like I said, by adding 11 minutes.
Yes,
and then even at the end of the 11 minutes, I think they gave him like 2 or 3 extra corner kicks because it was going out the back.
And England even had a guy get a red card yesterday too, so they were playing a man down the whole time.
Yeah, they were down to 10 at one point. It was
just weird.
It was just crazy. So Mexico's out, Canada's out.
It's okay because the U.S. is going to carry the whole North American trio, and we're going to take this thing, baby.
The whole thing, huh, Chris? You're on board.
Again, we have a good shot, but tonight we're going against the number 9 team in the world. Let's just put it that way.
And we haven't been this far since what, 2002?
Oh no, 2002. I don't even think made past
the 32.
Was the 32 to Belgium?
They might have lost in the 32. This was the farthest I think we've come.
I think so.
We haven't
a long time for sure.
It's been a long time.
But I think we could beat Belgium. I think we got a good chance to beat Belgium because this team is better than the team from back then.
And then that gets us into what, 8? The quarters?
Now that's where it gets hairy.
Well, yeah, because then you got really good teams.
Either you're taking on Spain, who's arguably the best team in the world, or
England, who just advanced. Portugal, yeah.
Which Cristiano Ronaldo is the star of.
Oh, boy.
So we'll see.
We got problems, don't we?
Crazier things that happen.
It's kind of like Steve Hilton, right?
And then if we beat that team, we most likely play Messi. Argentina.
Oh, boy.
If I'm not mistaken.
So you're saying it's an uphill battle, huh?
Oh, yeah.
But you're also saying we have a chance.
Just like Glove. Oh, God. What's Jim Carrey's character from Dumb and Dumber?
I don't remember their names.
Lloyd?
They had names? Floyd and Lloyd?
Lloyd? Yeah, Floyd and Lloyd, something like that.
Something like that.
I am saying there's a chance.
You're saying I got a chance. I'll go and watch. I said I'll start there at Houchin because I got to get over to Houchin at 3:15. Maybe I'll see some of y'all there. Just come and donate blood or something. They're giving it out. Oh, yeah. Watch tomorrow's show, by the way. I might have Houchin come on Wednesday. But watch either tomorrow's show or Wednesday's show. They're giving out a Hawaiian shorts and shirt outfit for this week's promotion. So tomorrow, if I come in and I'm rocking the Hawaiian gear, it's because I got it free from Houchin and all that for giving donations. And not only that, but I'm about to go to Disneyland for free too. I don't know if they like me saying that, but they get.
It's true though.
It is. It's hella true. I'm about to take my daughter on what? Why are you laughing?
No, I'm sorry. I mean,
go ahead. No, go.
You actually, sir, have reached a level that other Disney fans can't say they did.
I'm getting it free.
No, you gave your own blood to go to Disneyland.
I am giving a piece of my own body.
They literally your own blood to go give it to Disney.
People joke about it costs an arm and a leg. Well, it cost me a couple of pints of blood.
I'm right behind you. I'm going to have to jump in on this.
So they'll give every once in a while, from time to time, they do a promotion where it's a $50 gift card, right? And it's a digital gift card. And they allow you to exchange that for just about anything. I mean, 1-800-Flowers to Zappos to Amazon to everything in between. Well, I find out there's Disney gift cards on there. And with the Disney gift cards, I can buy tickets to Disneyland. We did it last year where we covered, I think, a day or 2 days. This year, in the summer, on the way home from our beach trip, it's kids' tickets are $50. Mine's $150. I've got $250 in Disney gift cards already. That's paying for our ticket. And then I'm going to try to get hooked up with some Knott's Berry Farm tickets. And then so we'll hit Disneyland Thursday, Knott's Berry Farm on Friday, and then Universal on Saturday on the way home from the beach. It's all free, Chris. Free Disneyland tickets, free Knott's Berry Farm tickets, free Universal tickets. I'll teach you guys how to do it too. We'll be back. It's me and Mike at the movies. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN, 96.1 FM, K241CI Bakersfield, an American General Media station.
Oh, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. That dangerous heat dome is giving way to powerful storms and flooding concerns. Correspondent Ken Mormon reports.
After days of dangerous record-breaking heat across the East Coast, Southeast, and Southwest, officials are reporting a rising death toll and say many victims were found in homes without air conditioning. The storms left nearly 1 million customers across several states without power and raised the threat of flash flooding as scorching temperatures give way to the threat of powerful storms, widespread outages, and flooding concerns. Ken Lorman reporting.
While ringing the opening bell for the New York Stock Exchange,
You're invited
President
to
Trump
ice
was
cream.
extolling
You're invited to ice cream, Mary. Everybody's invited to Rosemary's on Wednesday for my birthday. Come out.
Without money, without any money. Great parents, they can have everything, can be great, but they have no money. They can become very wealthy children at 18, and they can flip it over, or their people can flip it over into other vehicles at a certain age so that they don't take it out. I would recommend they probably don't take it out, but they can have a lot of money.
So they give us,
especially if the market continues.
A 5-day preliminary hearing for the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk is underway in Utah. Prosecutors are seeking to convince a state judge that they have enough evidence against 23-year-old Tyler Robinson to proceed to a trial. Robinson is charged with aggravated murder in the assassination of Kirk on the Utah Valley University campus last September. On Wall Street, the Dow by 155 points, the NASDAQ rose 288. More on these stories at townhall.com.
So the kid's ticket is
The following is a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
When I was feeling the stress of too much credit card debt, I looked at two different options: debt settlement and debt management. They may sound the same, but guess what? They're not. Debt settlement seemed like a quick fix, but I found out it would destroy my credit, create tax headaches, and hit me with huge fees. They actually told me to stop paying my bills. No way, not me. Then I turned to a debt management plan developed by the team at Trinity. They worked with my creditors, lowered my payments, reduced my interest, saved me thousands, and paid off my debt. And Trinity is a Christian company, which is important to me.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
My name is Heather. Please forget debt settlement and remember Trinity Debt Management.
1-800-990-6976.
This could bode well for prices at the gas.
From the KERN Newsroom, your live and local news update.
Why you may want to go another way to work for a while. I'm Chris Davis. That's if you live in Delano, and if you normally take Garches Highway to work, and if you want to avoid lane closures and slowdowns. The Garcias Highway Rehab Project starts today, and the first leg of that is from Fremont Street to just west of Browning Road. The slowdowns are because the crews will be installing new sidewalk curb ramps for ADA compliance. They'll also be working on new bike lanes, new bus shelters, and even a new red light. That's just the first part of the project. An 18-year-old and a 16-year-old will be dealing with the legal consequences this week of their arrest in a holdup that happened Thursday, say Bakersfield police. That holdup was at White Lane and Ash Road. They say the 16-year-old arranged to buy a gold chain online, and when the victim held it out, the guy grabbed it and ran, eventually being chased by police and eventually getting into a hit and run. And police discovered the two had a phony gun, which they say they showed the victim. Your help is needed in helping Bakersfield PD find Michelle Pine. She was last seen Friday about 1 p.m. in the Boyd Lake Drive area in northwest Bakersfield, say police. They also say she has issues that could affect her judgment. She's described as in her 50s, 5'9", about 220. She has gray hair and green eyes, was last seen wearing glasses, a light blue Dodgers t-shirt, and black pants. In the name of cutting down on food waste, California has changed the way companies that sell food in the state can label the dates on the food. The new law, which took effect at the beginning of the month, eliminates the sell-by mark and instead allows only the best if used by or similar labels. The proponents say that 2.5 billion meals go to waste each year, and they hope this will cut down on that. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Mr. Flores, hang this up. Thank you very much.
I had 3 more seconds and I have the whole thing. I was supposed to have 3 minutes.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much. Next speaker, please.
It's the JR Show. From Studio 99 at the American General Media Complex, here is your host, JR.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us anywhere you go all summer long on all of those summer vacations. Plus, you can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio and streaming live on YouTube. Head over there and watch us from the Kern Radio studios. Those are powered by Adaptive Networks. 661-241-0638. That's 661-241-0638. It's Adaptive Networks. And this is me and Mike at the movies, as we always do on a Monday with our good friend, Michael Armendariz. How are you? Good day, sir.
How are you? Doing great. Nice weekend. Nice 4th of July weekend for everybody, I hope.
Yeah, I was going to say I had a good time. I went out to the Riverwalk on Friday and then swimming on Sunday or Saturday night. And then yesterday I just laid around the house all day long.
Except for the Friday. That was pretty much my weekend. Swimming on Saturday, and then yesterday I just lounged around and played video games.
Yeah.
It was the most boring day I've ever had, and it was the best ever.
It felt weird because Friday felt like a Saturday for me because I'm not typically off on Friday. So all day I kept going, it's Saturday, but it's not.
There are some people out there who also had today off.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of people. We had talked about it. What would you rather have after the holiday, a Friday or a Monday?
And I thought it was one or the other, but some of these fools have
both
of them off, and it's like the revolution's coming.
Where do those guys work at, and how do I get a job there, Mike? I need an application.
We need to be rich enough where we don't have to go in at a certain time.
Well, I kind of do that here, Mike. Let's just be honest. I'll stroll in.
1 to 3, we know that.
Well, 1 to 3, I have to be here. You're absolutely correct. I mean, I don't have to be.
But I'm sure there's a way around that.
Yeah, we'll find ways. We'll do it from the lobby of the Maya if we have to.
No, we're trying to get away from our day jobs. What are you doing? This is my vacation.
He's like, no, we're not going to my work.
I just left there.
Hey,
I have to go back.
I know, but I'm saying you come to my work, I go to your work. It would be fair.
That'd be fun. Yeah,
it'd be fair. We'll do a whole little bit on it. It'd really be me and Mike at the movies.
Heck yeah.
How were the movies this weekend? Were you guys pretty busy over the 4th of July weekend?
We were pretty busy. Theaters overall don't seem to be as busy as they were last year, and a lot of people aren't sure why. So the new Minions movie came out this week, and it opened to a much lower overall gross than a lot of people were expecting. So the last Minions movie proper opened to $120 million.
Wow.
This one opened to about 40. So people aren't sure if it's just kids aren't going to the movies, kids have aged out of Minions. No one really knows what it is. I think a lot of it had to do with the 4th of July weekend, and people aren't going to go to the movies necessarily on 4th of July.
That was going to be my question or assumption. Like, do you think the 4th actually landing on a Saturday kind of played a part in that, where it's like typically say the 4th lands on a Thursday and people go, okay, we can do the 4th, and then that weekend we can go to the movies because it gives something to do, with the 4th being on the weekend.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think that's part of it, where either people left town early or people just weren't wanting to go to the movies. The last two Despicable Me movies, Despicable Me 4 and Minions 2, open to about 80 and like I said, 122 millions and 80 million. So to open at 40 is kind of low. So I think
that's even
hit. Our friends at Universal are probably thinking like maybe there's a reason why, and it's not quality, because it was a pretty good movie. I was going to say, do you like those movies?
Well, do you think quality maybe has something to do with that, or maybe
who knows?
We've watched the oversaturation of and dying of every single. I mean, how many times can you go back and go, oh, we're going to do Minions again, or oh, we're going to do Toy Story 6, or oh, we're going to do like.
Well, that's the thing. Toy Story 5 broke all these records. So we were talking about this a lot over the weekend in terms of like what we think happened. I think Toy Story took a lot of business, and a lot of families who are going to go to see Toy Story, and we've talked about this, a lot of bigger families going out to movies. It's kind of expensive. So they probably didn't necessarily want to go back to back within like 2 weeks to see another kids movie. But even that data doesn't really correlate, because even previous years when that Despicable Me 4 came out, I think there was another big Pixar movie. I think it was Inside Out 2. But yeah, we just don't know what's going on with this one. But having seen it, it's a cute movie. I thought it was really nice. There's a lot of sweet moments in it. You don't expect that from a Minions movie, but like this one's about like a friendship of these three like misfit minions, and then they're making a movie, and it's just kind of cute and funny, and it's I don't know, just an inconsequential fun. So if you like the other Minions movies, I think you'll really like this, and if not, catch it on streaming, but it's worth seeing.
All right. I had told Chris that I know since I just talked about killing series, why don't we do a Toy Story 5 live adaptation? Or a Toy Story live adaptation movie, because with Moana coming out now, I figured, can we do just Toy Story? If we're gonna butcher the series, we might as well just go full throttle.
See, it's interesting now that you said that. I never noticed that they haven't done any live action Pixar movies.
Well, that's what Chris. That's exactly the point Chris made. Was Chris said Pixar can't do that.
I don't think they want to do that. Alone. Don't you bring this up? No bad juju's. Because I mean, it's not even Disney proper. I mean, it is just Disney proper, but it's not even just the old movies. There's a Tangled live action adaptation that's coming out soon.
Really?
Yeah, they've been trying to put that together for a while. So there's Tangled.
They've done Beauty and the Beast. They've done Cinderella. They did Little Mermaid. They've done, like you mentioned, Cruella. Now they're about to release Moana.
And I'm not sure about it. What do you think? You have.
Well, I told Chris we can get Tom Hanks to play his role. We could still get what? I
don't know if I want to see. I don't know. That'd be
just
gross.
Call the boys in it. Come on, everybody does.
Because I would imagine you would want like the human part of it to be live action. So I mean, it would be Andy, maybe Andy's mom, the next door neighbor. Who else was human in those movies?
But the toys that you got to give them human.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Not even as a thought experiment is this fun. That's just kind of disturbing if it's like Tom Hanks, a tiny Tom Hanks in your bed.
I'm just saying, it might work. If we can do Moana, which is set to come out this week, right?
To varying levels of success. So who knows?
What do you mean?
I've heard people.
It's going to be a great movie, Mike. See, now I got to play the role and pumping up the movie. Thanks.
I want to pump it up and say yes. Come and see Moana. People
love
The
Rock.
But it's just too soon. I think it's way too soon. I would say if you look at Disney's track record, Lilo and Stitch made a huge amount of money. And I think that's because the first one came out in 2001. So the people that are coming to this were either kids then and are young adults now, or were adults back then, young adults back then, and have kids now. So a lot of families came to see it. This one came out relatively soon. Like Moana is just 10 years old. So to have a live action one already on the heels of having Moana 2 Thanksgivings ago, do people really want this, or do they want something new? And I just don't know. I think The Rock looks kind of goofy in his costume. especially with how he slimmed down and how this is all like augmented like muscle suit. I just don't know. And I love The Rock. I go to bat for him like in so many things.
He's done a lot of great movies.
But did we need a live action Moana? Me as a businessman, as a representative of Maya, yes. We need it, and I can't wait for it.
It's gonna be great. See, there's the mic I know.
Thanks.
After you beat up the movie.
I'm not beating up the movie. I think it's too soon. I think it's a little too soon.
Well, when you said that, and I had heard that the other day, it was 10 years since Moana. I didn't realize, I know it seems like a short time, but I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Well, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but a lot of people this week were talking about how it was 30 years since Independence Day came out. And I still remember where I was watching that movie, and it wasn't even an event. It was just like, it feels like it was like 2 summers ago.
Yeah. And Moana, like I said, and I didn't realize it was 10 years ago. And I didn't realize, and then I had to remember, oh yeah, they did do a part 2.
Yeah. Made a lot of money. I didn't see it. A lot of people seem to have seen it.
And so they're not giving up on these live adaptations then.
I don't know. I think if this one does poorly, it's soon enough for them to pull the plug on the
Because what was the one before this? Lilo and Stitch, and then they did Lion King, right?
Lion King, and those were pretty much cartoons. But yeah, those two, Cruella. Was there another one? They did a live Lady and the Tramp that ended up going straight to streaming.
Oh yeah, that's Disney right. Plus. That's right. See, at some point they got to give up.
Do you like them? Oh, there was Snow White. That was the Dumbo. Big one that a lot of people.
Which
Dumbo
one?
And Snow White.
Oh, Dumbo.
Dumbo
was
right. Bad though.
Dumbo was terrible.
Dumbo looked scary and just sad. Like it was like a photorealistic elephant crying.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that.
Danny DeVito there trying to make him do stuff for the circus.
No, that's just horrible.
No.
So at what point do you just give up then?
I don't know. I'm not Jim Disney. I could not think of Josh D'Amaro's name.
Josh D'Amaro
of Disney.
That's I don't know. It's just
Jim Disney sounded good.
I like that name, Jim Disney.
But I know, like we said, Incredibles 3 is coming out. They're still not making a Bug's Life 2. They're not making a WALL-E 2. They're not making. There's a Ratatouille 2. The director of those movies came out and he said they asked me to make a Ratatouille 2, and I was like, no, the story's told. So at least there's
thank you,
right? There's that level of like. God. Containment, but you know he also did Incredibles 2 and Incredibles 3 is coming out, so
yeah, but those ones you can at least go, okay, there's another villain or there's somebody else to fight, so that makes sense. But what do you do for Ratatouille 2?
I can't imagine.
It's like Little Mermaid 2. Just stop.
But it's also like Bug's Life 2. You could have come up with a number of scenarios to make like valid Bug's Life movie, but that one didn't make enough money and they kind of abandoned it.
It's insane.
I want Kevin Spacey back, quite frankly. I want a Bug's Life 2 centered on his character.
No more Kevin Spacey. You got to do a little try. No, let's just stay away from the Kevin Spacey. Let's go ahead and take a break. On the other side, for you adults still hanging around, we'll talk about what you guys can go watch in the movie theater, because it seems like it's the summer of kid movies. Yeah. Does it not?
For the next week at least.
For the past month, Michael.
No. Oh, we're using full names now? JR?
You know, let's go with Andrew if you like. That's my government name. But no, it's felt like for the last couple of weeks, and I know that you can argue, well, Toy Story's for adults.
We'll talk about a couple of adult movies coming out this weekend and next. There's some stuff out there for the adults.
Like real adult movies, not like
kind of based on like one of the titles that I'll bring up. Yes.
All right. We'll get to that. For all you adults in the room that don't have kids, you guys can go watch something this weekend. We'll tell you what that is coming up on Me and Mike at the Movies. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back. Some snacks?
Kern Radio. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230. KERN. First Look with Scott Cox. Morning 6 to 9 a.m.
I got an appointment.
On the Tuesday edition of the First Look program, we'll talk water with the best in the business. That'd be Lois Henry from sjbwater.org. And with any luck, we'll have some fireworks citation statistics from city or county. We'll see what we'll do. We got news and traffic and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically like hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. You know, they picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask like 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Are you looking for a hospital that truly cares for your health and well-being? At Good Samaritan Hospital, they provide high-quality medical detox, psychiatric services, and medical and surgical care. They accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal, Medicare, and Kern Family. They offer Kern County's longest-standing inpatient detox program with dual diagnosis that combines medical care and withdrawal management all under one roof. Learn more at GoodSamaritanHospital.com or call 661-215-7500. Good Samaritan Hospital. They care for their community.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KRN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Welcome back. This reminds me of a ride at Disneyland all the time too. That song. It's on graduation night when they used to do graduation night at proper Disneyland, and they used to let us stay all night long until the sun came
They
up.
not let them do it at Disney anymore?
No, they do them at California Adventure, I think.
Lame.
And you mix in with the public. And,
Yeah, for a while you mix in, and then I think they only let you stay till 1. I don't think you get to do the whole night anymore.
Super lame.
Yeah, but we rode. It was Jungle Cruise on this that night, and we told the boat captain to turn all the lights off. We didn't want to ride with the lights on, so he turned all the lights off, and he had a little flashlight, and he's like, "If you look over here, you'll see a brass monkey." And of course, the whole freaking boat went into the song "Brass Monkey" for the whole ride. And now that song reminds me of the Jungle Cruise every time I hear it. It has no association with the ride whatsoever, but that's how it goes. We're here on a Monday with me and Mike at the movies.
I love how your story is, we just told the ride attendant to do this. And he was like, all right, whatever you say, high school kids.
Whatever you say, bunch of teenage boys.
I mean, at that point, it's midnight. You're just waiting to get out of there.
He's like, whatever, I don't
These
care.
kids have annoyed the hell out of you all
If you want to
night.
jump out of Splash Mountain, go for it. That's
Like,
a new trend.
I thought 8-year-olds were bad. These kids, man.
Did you hear about that?
What one?
How that one kid jumped off of
Oh yeah, Splash Mountain.
and now people are copycatting it.
That's
And
what
they're
I
copycatting it now.
I saw a video about a week later where somebody was climbing out just before you start the climb up to go back down. Just before that, where it usually gets backed up with boats because they only let one climb up that little portion before you drop down at a time. And those boats were backing up there, and I saw that people were jumping off at that point.
Why? What are you doing?
Getting banned from Disneyland for life.
I hope.
I hope so too.
I don't know. Like when you see what happens with some people breaking the law nowadays, they probably aren't even going to get banned from Disneyland.
Right? It's like, but yeah, and I think that boy did that, jumped off.
That I've heard rumors that it was him trying to get to the boat behind him, that he was a single rider and he decided he wanted to get into the boat behind him that was with his friends, and that's what he was doing
At that point.
yeah at that point.
Yeah, that's a good place
Pretty
to
smart.
make the transition. Dummy.
I don't recommend like horrible, like violent videos. This guy is fine. He's not hurt. Go to TMZ and look at that video. It is the gnarliest thing of that guy falling down that ramp.
It was like a water slide. He just went down.
with no aerodynamics. It's like he bounced a couple
He
times.
did. He hit the wall a couple times.
That's the scariest thing.
But he was fine. He's just lucky that they stopped it and another boat didn't come down behind him. That would have been the hard part. That would have been the eesh.
Yeah. Also, if you ever want to like research a Disneyland accidents, there's some gnarly stuff that's happened at that park that has just been swept under the rug.
Oh yeah. Didn't a tree fall on somebody?
The tree wasn't bad. No, the tree hurt them this year, but I'm talking about like there was a boat accident in like the early 2000s. That one, it resulted.
Is that why those
in a
boats went
death.
away? Remember they had the boats you can drive back in the day? Those were fun.
We're old.
We're way old. And speaking of old, what are movies for old folks this week, Mike?
No, that's the thing. I took exception to that. You were saying there were really no movies for adults coming out recently. I will say, if you haven't already, there's a movie called The Furious. If you like action movies, there's an Indonesian movie, action movie called The Furious that came out in theaters. It's probably in its last week right now in local theaters. That was really good. A lot of really good action. A lot of really violent action. I was looking at an interview with the stunt coordinator for that and the star from that. He said it's different in America. There's a lot of safety stuff where like you have to have all these safety harnesses on if you're doing these big fight scenes. And he said that it's really hard because you don't get the authenticity in Indonesian that you do in Indonesian films because they are willing to get hurt.
They don't have Cal OSHA.
They don't have OSHA. But even he was saying, he was like, we're not forcing people to do it. We're all doing it for fun. And sometimes you have to like measure and not have a harness, and like it has to look like it hurts for it to translate that it's violent on screen. And boy, in this movie, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's a good story too. It's like this child trafficking ring gets like bashed up by a guy who's undercover looking for his fiance who was trying to uncover what's going on with this. And then a man who used to be a gangster in China whose daughter gets abducted, and the two of them cross paths trying to take down this ring. And it's just this really like good story with a lot of really fun violence. So if you like the John Wick movies, if you like the movie The Raid Redemption, this is the next evolution of that.
It really sounds like it would star Jason Statham or Jackie Chan.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
America.
And here, these guys, Joe Taslim is the one guy in it. He was in the Mortal Kombat movies, but he was also in a movie called The Night Comes for Us. That's on Netflix. I would say test the waters on a movie called The Night Comes for Us on Netflix. It is very violent, very bloody, but like so good. So if you want a taste of that, check that out on Netflix.
The lady and I won't be watching that. She doesn't like the gory, bad. No.
This one, Stephanie cringed a couple of times.
Oh yeah,
where she was
if
just
Steph
like,
cringed, then my girl
But
ain't
it's so
definitely ain't
good.
watching it.
But you know, in terms of other stuff coming out, there's a comedy coming out this weekend called Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass, and it's pretty much what you get on there. It's a really funny.
You got my attention.
It's an adult comedy where it's very much like a spoof. Like the people who made the movies Wet Hot American Summer and Role Models and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's a very like goofy spoof type movie where this couple has like each other has a sex pass.
You have a hall pass.
You have a
That's
hall
what we call
pass.
it, yeah.
And the guy breaks his. So
immediately.
So she
and
says
she holds on to hers.
No, so hers is, I need to before we get married, I need to get back with him. I need to go to Hollywood and have sex with John Hamm. So it's about her going to Hollywood and doing this. It's this Wizard of Oz like parody pastiche that is really funny. So if you like stuff like the people went on to make like Brooklyn 911, Viva Variety, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of comedy, that kind of comedy sensibility. If you like spoofs like Naked Gun, stuff like that, that's in theaters this weekend. For adults, ostensibly, anyone can go and see it if you're 17 or over. There's also a movie called The Invite with Seth Rogen, Edward Norton, Olivia Wilde, and Penelope Cruz about two couples. They're neighbors in an apartment building, and they have a dinner party, and one thing leads to another, and it's just about the adult
It's
relations.
another
of the
sex
two of
pass
them.
movie, Mike. Sounds like another
Sort
sex
of.
pass movie.
I think the previews that I've seen where it starts where it's like they think that the
Sounds
other
like a-
neighbors are coming over for like some kind of like swinging situation, and then it just evolves from there.
Sounds like a Thatch Be Love story, if you ask me.
You're the one who asked and said that there are no adult movies. And then the big one next week is the Odyssey coming out, the Christopher Nolan adaptation of the Odyssey will be out next week. A huge historical action epic that'll be in theaters everywhere next Friday.
Next Friday.
And then back to the kids 2 weeks
and then-
later with Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh. Dude, it's really the summer of kid movies.
Yeah.
It feels like it is. We started with what? Toy Story?
Started with Toy Story, started with Mando.
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of an adult movie, really, if you think about it. That's for me.
You say that to make yourself feel better.
I feel, it's for me, really. It's for the adults. But no, we had Toy Story. We had, what was it? Minions. We had Supergirl.
Yeah.
We had, how is Supergirl? Is it still around?
Supergirl had a
She's-
really huge drop. It was a 70% drop. Usually movies
So
like
sexist.
blockbusters get like 50 to 60. Some people are saying that. Some people are saying they just didn't like what kind of movie it was. It was okay. If you like superhero movies, it was all right.
I didn't talk to one little boy that was like excited to go see Supergirl.
Well, I didn't talk to any little boys. I don't know what you've been doing.
Hey, got him.
Man.
You walked into that.
I did. I walked right into that. I got nephews, Mike. They're young.
Right.
They're young kids. Okay, that's 5 and 3 or something like that.
And they didn't want to see it.
They didn't want to see it.
That's crazy.
They didn't want to see it. They're like Supergirl. No, I like Superman.
Well, at least they like Superman.
Yeah, it makes me go. That's right.
But the crossover of that of adult and superheroes is coming out in October with Clayface. That's the next DC movie coming out about the DC villain, and that's more of like a horror movie. Rumors are now that Batman is going to have an appearance in it because they're trying to win back people who kind of lost faith because of Supergirl. So keep an eye on that this October.
We will keep an eye on that, and I'm sure you will as well. We gotta get out of here for the day. Thanks for stopping by. You'll be at Comic-Con in a couple weeks, though, right?
Yeah, we can talk about that next week and all the stress I'm dealing with.
Yeah, Mike's got his annual trip to Comic-Con that is supposed to be a vacation, but it's working vacation, Mike. That's what we call them.
33rd year in a row, I just realized.
You've gone to Comic-Con for 33 years straight?
Yeah, since I was 2. We'll talk more about the history of that next week. The shocked face.
That's just impressive. That's I'm a geek, but that's impressive.
It's horrible.
That's like horrible. Big Bang Theory level impressive.
Hey, those are fighting words.
That's wow.
Yeah, it's rough.
This will be your what?
33rd, not counting the 2 years they were off for the pandemic.
33 years, my guy. That's why we bring him in here, because he's got all the knowledge.
So that everyone can look at the freak.
Years of experience. It's me and Mike in the movies. We'll be back. Dude, have you really been doing it that long, bro? Wow.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. A former campus police officer says he found an apparent sniper pad on a gravel rooftop near where Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Monday's courtroom testimony by the former officer comes as prosecutors seek to show they have enough evidence to put defendant Tyler Robinson on trial for murder.
San Diego Convention Center before.
After a story was published in Politico in which a woman declared the Democratic senatorial candidate from Maine, Graham Plattner, forced himself upon her, Plattner denied the charge on X. However, Plattner says, quote, regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward. Plattner is running as a Democrat against incumbent Susan Collins. More details at srnnews.com.
In every
Balance of Nature's free.
Headlines from the KERN newsroom.
I'm Chris Davis. You are being given the heads up about the Garches Highway Rehab Project, which begins today in Delano and will be from Fremont to just west of Browning Road. The traffic hazards are slowdowns and delays, and that's thanks to the installation of new sidewalk curb ramps, bike lanes, bus shelters, and a red light. An 18-year-old and a 16-year-old will be dealing with the legal consequences this week of their arrest in a holdup that happened Thursday, say Bakersfield police at White Lane and Ash Road. They say the 16-year-old arranged to buy a gold chain online, and when the victim held it out, the guy grabbed it and took off, eventually being chased by police and eventually getting into a hit and run. And police discovered that the two of them had a phony gun, which they showed the victim. I'm Chris Davis in the KERN newsroom with news every half hour and when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
It's Monday, one of the hardest days of the week. No, not because it's return to work, because I have to wait so long just to be able to get into the stockyard. You don't know what the stockyard is? It's at 2525 F Street. It's a little speakeasy whiskey bar right next to KC Steakhouse from the folks that brought you KC Steakhouse. Knock on the door, ring the doorbell. They're going to ask you what's the password. Tell them, why not JR? Be prepared to be transported through time. You're going to go back to the Prohibition era. There's all kinds of little secret doorways to go through. You're going to love this place. Maybe you're going out on a date with your significant other, trying to get a quiet evening in. This is the perfect place to do that. Not only can you get specialty cocktail drinks, but you can also get some of the food and appetizers from KC Steakhouse. Maybe you want some steak bites. Maybe you want a shrimp cocktail. They can get that for you. All at the Stockyard Whiskey Bar Speakeasy, 2525 F Street. Stop in, ring the doorbell. When they ask the password, tell them, why not JR? It's the Stockyard, 2525 F Street.
The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays at 3 p.m.
You know, at first, I thought it was overcharging the guy that tore a piece out of the reflecting pool. But then Eli Honig, a former federal prosecutor on CNN, pointed out, what if somebody damaged the Vietnam Memorial? No, I think they should go after this guy. They are absolutely right to put felony charges against this idiot dipping into the reflecting pool.
The Ralph Bailey Show, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey. You're listening to the JR Show on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. Keep it locked. TRBS coming up at 3.
Looks like my doctor's office is calling.
Oh,
I know. I booked an appointment. Hello? Speaking?
the violation.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, okay, for my blood work. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
I need to go get blood work done as well, actually.
The only problem, Chris, my appointment is until October.
Oh, snap. Yeah, no, you're way too early.
There's no point in doing the blood work now.
No, my doctor told me to do it the week before you come to the appointment.
Yeah, typically. Yeah. I don't think they realize that my appointment is until October. Remember we had Dr. Cothry on, what was it, a week or two ago? 2 weeks now, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
On a Wednesday, and I jokingly said that it's easier for me to get an interview with Dr. Cothry than it is to get an appointment with Dr. Cothry. I wasn't joking. I made an appointment the week after that, and the earliest he has open is for October. So I have my physical set for October this year. Got to buy those tickets early, apparently, for Dr. Cothry's office. But thank you. I'll go pick that slip right up and get on that and make sure I get that blood work. I might as well just tell him, you know what? Can you have him refer me to go get a colonoscopy done now too before I go in? I might as well just get it out of the way. I mean, hell, I'm about to be 46 in 2 days. Can I just go get it done now? And then he can have my results for me before I go in. Because what's going to happen? I'm going to show up. He's going to read my blood results. He's going to say, everything looks fabulous, JR. How do you feel? I'm going to say, I feel like crap, doctor. Yeah, headaches all the time. I got tension in my back. I got stress. I'm too over it. All of it. Then he's going to say, how old are you? I'm going to say, I'm 46, doc. He's going to say, well, time for you to get your colonoscopy. Then I'm going to have to go do that and then come back to him for the results. It's like a year process. Can I just go? I should have asked her. Can you just refer me now to go get a colonoscopy? Do I have to actually go in for him to refer me for that? But I'll be getting that done. As well as the calendar turns another year for me this week. Ah, goodness. Goodness gracious. I got bad news for you, Chris. Bad news.
Which is?
Know those tickets that I told you about at Disneyland? The evening tickets that were like $59 and you can get into Disneyland for 5 hours at 7 o'clock at night. They're all sold out already.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Dude, they are all sold out already.
Y'all thought you were going to get these? Y'all thought anybody in LA was going to touch these?
Well, apparently they
anybody outside of LA.
Apparently they also have a new Anaheim ticket that's like $70 some a day, but you have to be an Anaheim resident.
I can make that a thing. My brother lives down in the LA area. Can I use his address?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if you have to, if like your ID and allots you so many tickets.
And I mean, he is in Fullerton, so it's kind of it's out of the way, but it's close to Anaheim.
It's close enough. But
Pretty
apparently,
close.
that's what I'm saying. They have those tickets, and then the $59 ticket for 5 hours is apparently sold out already. So that date idea that you had, not gonna happen, Chris. I'm sorry.
That's whatever.
Sorry. And there's other Disneyland news. There's a bunch of backlash still about the Pirates ride. Everybody hates it. Everybody feels the same way I do. That they hate it. Why you got to change it?
We're gonna have to accept change.
No.
One day.
No.
It's gonna be okay.
We'll revolt so much that they'll put it back.
They already did.
What do you mean? They already
removed it already.
They've already removed it.
Yeah. From what I understand, people went over the weekend during the holiday weekend and were taking videos because they wanted to see the new animatronic, and it's not even there.
It's not even there.
So I don't know if they've set it up yet, or maybe they're like tweaking some stuff and he'll be back. But as of right now, or at least as of this past weekend, it was removed.
Yeah. Because people don't like it.
Well,
people are complaining.
Here's the thing.
You don't mess with that kind of thing.
If Disney really cared that much, if you guys didn't like it, they'd stop doing these really bad live action movies.
Because
if
obviously
they really cared about people getting into their parks and doing all that type of stuff, they wouldn't be Disney. So I don't think they care at all.
No, I don't think they do. They're like, people are going to come anyways.
Exactly.
It doesn't
We're
matter.
already dropping $300-$400 just to come into our parks.
It does not matter. It does not matter. I got something in my eye. Dang, that hurt. Did you see this unusual request from the state of California telling you that you should shop around for gasoline?
Like where?
That's all it says. It says don't just stop at the first gas station you pull into now. Shop around a little bit. Do some price comparison. And all I could think about was, you want me to waste gas to go get gas for cheaper. So instead of going to the most convenient place that's, I don't know, right next to me, down the street from me, you want me to go to the east side on 34th Street on Fast Strip where it's 10 cents maybe cheaper. Maybe if I'm lucky. So I save 10 cents a gallon. Your boy can only put in $20 at a time. And so I'm getting, at best, 4 gallons. 10 cents a gallon, I'm saving 40 cents. I'm going to go ahead and estimate that it cost me more in gas to drive to the east side to get the cheaper gas and then all the way home than it did if I had just filled up right around the corner. And instead, state of California telling us to shop around for gas, why don't you do something and, I don't know, make it more affordable for people in California? Why don't you stop raising the gas price every single July 1st and try to pretend that we care about you? This is the way we care, by telling you how to shop for your gasoline instead of actually making things cheaper, instead of, I don't know, doing away with the gas tax, even if temporarily to help save people money. I don't know, maybe with doing away with regulations and or some of them anyways, and allowing refineries and companies to make oil and gas here in the state of California. It's a crazy concept. It worked before once. Sure, it can again. But instead of doing those things to actually bring down the cost of living, to bring down the cost of gas, which will then in turn bring down the cost of goods because you have to put those things on trucks to be delivered to places, and more cost for gas and more they put for the cost of transporting those goods, and therefore then they cost. Do I really have to explain to you guys how it works? But if they really cared, they would do that instead of just saying, here's a good idea to shop for gasoline. Really? It's like the housing bill that they just tried to pass, where it's like, we're putting $11 billion towards housing to make it more affordable for residents of the state. Well, how exactly are you doing that? By giving them money? That's not making it more affordable. You're just giving away free money at that point. You're giving builders the money to build something so they don't have to pay for it out of their expense, instead of actually, I don't know, lowering the cost of things and, again, taking away so many of the regulations that live in this state that cause it to cost so much here. Instead of doing away with those things, we'll just actually give people money. We'll incentivize them to build what they call affordable housing. At $11 billion, that doesn't sound too affordable to me. And again, it's not lowering the cost of what it takes to build it. No, you're just giving somebody grants to go and build the house now, instead of actually, bringing down the cost. It still costs somebody a lot. And guess who that somebody is? Oh, me, you, the taxpayer. It's always some gimmick. It's never doing the things that really need to be done to make a difference. It's just, we'll just give them more money. We'll just give them something away for free. That'll make it better. If we give a bunch of people down payments on houses, that'll make it better, instead of actually making it affordable and making a home purchase affordable so somebody can afford their own down payment. We'll just give it to them, because that's going to help drive down the cost. It's absolutely insane thinking. But go ahead, tell me that I should drive around town and do price comparisons for gas and waste gas while I drive around shopping. It's a great idea. It's a great idea. This is what the leaders think of. This is the stuff that they come up with in Sacramento. And don't think Bakersfield is too far behind on that, because any forethought and actually have like vision, nah, not this place, not this state. Just we'll make it more affordable by giving things away. That helps. Let's go ahead and take a break. On the other side, we'll find out what we learned today. I'll tell you also about how an inmate up in Tehachapi got away with, or maybe was framed, having a shank in his pocket. For those of you that don't know what a shank is, I'll explain it after the break. And the mysterious death of a woman in a swimming pool just got a little bit more mysterious. I'll explain that one as well coming up next. If you guys want to chime in at any time, feel free to do so. We'll also text or check the text line, 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. That is the number to do so. You can also jump in the chat on YouTube as well. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Kern Radio, News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230, KERN. First Look with Scott Cox, morning 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Tuesday edition of the First Look program, we'll talk water with the best in the business. That'd be Lois Henry from sjvwater.org. And with any luck, we'll have some fireworks citation statistics from city or county. We'll see what we'll do. We got news and traffic and weather. It's all happening 6 to 9 right here at News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1230 KERN.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mid-Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, better get 30, better get 20, 20, 20, better get 20, 20, better get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month. Sold.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Looking to refresh your home or business with a clean, professional new look? Trust the experienced team at Howling Painting. Family owned and operated in Kern County since 1978, Howling Painting has built a reputation for quality workmanship, dependable service, and attention to detail. From residential to commercial projects, interior or exterior painting, their team is committed to delivering beautiful results at competitive prices. Named Best of Bakersfield's Best Painting Company in both 2025 and 2026, Howling Painting takes pride in making sure every customer is completely satisfied before the job is done. And with a fully licensed and insured team, you can feel confident knowing your property is in trusted hands. Call Howling Painting today at 872-0988 at 872-0988 or visit howlingpainting.com to schedule your free, no obligation consultation. Howling Painting. Quality you can see, service you can trust.
Did you know termites can silently feast on your home for 3 to 4 years before you see any damage? They can literally eat a bedroom wall in less than 2 years, causing major structural damage to your biggest investment. Don't wait for the evidence to appear. Ryan's Termite is running an early bird special. If you know or even suspect that you have termites, get on Ryan's schedule now for an additional 10% off our already lowest price. All work is guaranteed. There's no money down and no contracts. Plus, in most cases, you won't even have to move or tent your house. Protect your home and save. Call Ryan's today. That's Ryan'sTermiteControl.com.
Hey folks, Scott Cox here, host of the First Look with Scott Cox program, heard right here on KRN 6 to 9 every morning. You're listening to the JR Show. Join me tomorrow morning, 6 to 9, right here on KERN.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. A lot of fires over there. I'm still looking at, look at, there's a fire right here by Truxton. I'm watching it right here. Oh, that's the one that I think he was talking about. Oh, V Street and Truxton. Another abandoned building over there on V Street and Truxton Avenue apparently has caught fire today. Will we ever get this under control? Will we ever get this handled? Will we ever? It just frustrates me every time I see a fire, every time I see something going bad in this community. It really frustrates me that the leaders in this community are that inept. They're that just don't see the future. They don't see things. Some of them just don't care. Some of them just don't care. They just want the next job. And for some of them, hopefully that's not too long from now. Even though I'd rather see other people go to that seat because I think they do a better job, I'm still under the impression that I'd rather see some people leave the city council. And even if that means going to Sacramento, then at least they're no longer making bad decisions that affect us so heavily here in Bakersfield. So it's too bad. Another building burning down there. And that's, you can't even say that's 4th of July. I mean, I guess you can. It's a couple days after the 4th, but that's not 4th of July related. That's just people living in abandoned buildings and catching them on fire. And that is terrible. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Anything on the old text line there today, sir?
Yeah, I got a couple.
What you got?
The city should just legalize aerial fireworks with a 25% tax. What they are doing now is the same as legalizing it. No one is afraid of these administrative fines.
Well, if you even get fined. I don't think it was you, Chris, that walked in right when the news started at noon into my office, and they were showing I don't know if he was a fire captain or I don't know. He was a fireman. He works for the fire department. And he basically came up on this group of people and he snatched a illegal firework out of one of their hands and then asked the lady, do you have any more? And she's like, no. And he literally turns like two people over or sitting on a car and he picks up another one. He goes, no, what's this one? Oh, I don't know. Well, do you have any more? No. And then he said, well, don't be lighting anymore tonight. You hear me? This is it. This is your warning. Don't light anymore. Just write the freaking ticket. How about that? How about you quit giving out warnings and I don't know, enforce it. But that's not a bad idea. What did they say? Tax them at 25%?
25%.
For illegal fireworks? Yeah.
I mean, the pure amount of money you'll get from that alone will make up all these fines.
It would make more than the fines probably, but I just worry because especially after this weekend with how many things I saw catching on fire, there's just idiots out there that don't know how to handle these things. They just don't. And making it okay for people to do those dumb things, it scares me. It scares me a lot. So as much as I'm all about, yeah, let's generate some money off of it, I'm also, this town, I don't know if we can handle that. 661-842-KERN. What else you got?
Update on the news story you were sharing, Michelle Pine. The woman has been found dead.
Michelle Pine. What was that?
I don't know if that's for us or if that's for the news guy, maybe.
I don't know what story they're talking about.
Missing woman, apparently.
Yeah, I know. I heard a story over the weekend about a woman that was missing. And it was a little because I saw it on social media. I saw a friend of mine had posted about it, and apparently, and I don't know if this is the same story, but about a friend of his that their wife was going through some mental health issues and that she had went to go seek help at a facility and that they released her without telling the family.
Ooh.
And the last time that they saw her alive was they got her an Uber from the facility, dropped her off at home, and there's video of her arriving at the house and standing outside the door standing outside of the house on the sidewalk for a period of time, and then she walks away. And that's the last time that they saw her. And unfortunately, at least the update that I had saw on social media said that they found her, but it was too late. And I don't know whether that means she took her own life or what, but there wasn't some accident that happened. Again, whether or not that was a suicide or whether what I didn't get to see exactly what happened, but they got to her, found her, but it was already too late and she had passed. And so again, that's only the details in the story that I have heard or read about on social media. I didn't see the story on any news feeds or any of the KGT. I didn't see it, at least anyway. So I don't know if that's the same story that they're discussing or bringing up, but that's a story that I had heard over the weekend, which is sad. It's
Texas
sad.
came in and said, yes, same story.
Same story. Yeah. That's sad because why would you let her leave if she came seeking help for mental health? And I know it's hard. I know you can't make somebody stay and receive the help. So if it was her that was like, I want to get out of here, I want to leave, I don't want to be here. I mean, I guess I get it. You have at that point, what can you do as a facility and forcing somebody to stay and receive treatment. And I guess that's kind of the problem we've run into when we look at the dichotomy of what's going on in homelessness and on the streets and mental health and all that. And how do you force people to stay, or how do you force somebody into treatment, especially at the adult age? And clearly this woman was dealing with something mentally, and she was aware of that, or at least family was aware of that and attempted to get her help. And well, the facility can't force her to stay. I think they at least had a duty and an obligation to reach out to immediate family and say, hey, this is what's going on. We can't force her to stay here and receive help, but you should know that she will be leaving the facility. We'll try to keep her here until somebody can arrive. And I'm not even sure that was done. And so it's sad. And if you know anybody that is seeking help, I think it's 811 is the suicide hot number. You call that and just have them seek help and try to be there for them as much as possible. Because that is a sad, sad story if that is what happened. I got to get out of here for the day. I want to thank Mike Armendariz. Me and Mike at the Movies every Monday can be heard right here on the JR Show. I want to thank him for taking time out of his day. You guys go check out a flick and buy something at the concession stand. I got to get over to Houchin, get some platelets so I can get him free to Disneyland. It's not going to cost me an arm and a leg, just some platelets. That's all. You guys stick around for the Ralph Bailey Show. It's the dog days of summer. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow. It's the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
Kern Radio, AM 1230, KERN.
I gotta go
96.1
to Houchin.
FM, K241CI
Houchin, here
an
I
American
come.
General Media Station.
Oh, I'm Keith Peters.